Hello, Trent here. I work in HR for the city. Read over the goals for today's video, but I'll start by saying I'm excited about this one because we cannot tell our employees enough. Use this benefit as much and whenever you can. It's free to you. EAP stands for Employee Assistance Program. Our EAP is known as CompPsych, which has the largest network of coverage of any EAP program. If you hear or see about the term CompPsych, we're just talking about our EAP. This program is here to help city employees with anything going on in their lives or the lives of their family. That includes your spouse, any children you have up to the age of 26, or an adult designee. There's no sign-up required, and did I mention it's free to use? All city employees and their family have access to confidential counseling, up to 10 sessions per event, per person, per year. That's a lot of pers, so let me clarify. Per event could be any relationship or personal issues causing stress to you and your family. Here are some examples. Imagine your mother-in-law passes away. Everyone is very sad, but one child in particular is struggling with the loss. All you have to do is call EAP, tell them your child needs grief counseling, and they will find a local provider who will give your child up to 10 free face-to-face or virtual counseling sessions. Your child is feeling much better after the 10 sessions. Then the family dog passes away suddenly. Call EAP and tell them about the new event, and your child gets up to 10 more free 1-hour counseling sessions for that event. You also realize your spouse is struggling and you two are arguing more often. You'd call up the EAP and they would find a relationship therapist in your area for up to 10 couples therapy sessions. At no time does the city ever know that you, your spouse, or child ever sought services from the EAP. EAP never tells us any details of anyone who calls. The only information we get from them is aggregate, meaning what are the types of calls they're getting. We get that information so the city can add additional resources for higher utilized services. For example, if we notice a spike in depression-related calls. You will never be billed for calling the EAP or for the 10 sessions. We pay a flat rate for EAP to offer this service to all of our employees because we think it's important that everyone have the support they need. The only reason you would be charged is if you continue seeing the counselor beyond the 10 free sessions. You decide with the counselor to continue using your standard insurance coverage. Whatever copays and deductibles may apply. If you do continue beyond the EAP benefit, make sure your counselor is in network with your insurance. There are 4 other elements included in the EAP program beyond the standard counseling sessions. These 4 are geared at supporting you in all aspects of life surrounding work. The remaining elements we'll go over are Healthy Guidance, Legal Connect, Financial Connect, and Work-Life Solutions. Unlike the counseling element, there is no limit on how many times you can call the EAP for one of these 4. I'll give you some good examples so we can think of how to utilize each element in your own life. We'll start with Healthy Guidance, which is basically the wellness aspect of the EAP. The focus is on health coaching, like tobacco cessation, weight loss, strength training, and sleep coaching. That's exactly what it sounds like. Anyone who's ever worked a swing or a graveyard knows how hard it can be. Lifestyle coaching is a catch-all for everything else, like if you want to run your first 5K having never run a day in your life. Now let's talk about Legal Connect. Legal Connect has lawyers available on the line 24 hours a day across the nation to answer your legal questions. Keep in mind that advice is different than representation. They will give you free legal advice but do not represent you. Pretend you found a napkin with Grandpa's Trust written on the back of it, and you want to know if that's legally binding. Maybe you have a neighbor who you think you might have a suit against. You could call the EAP and ask an attorney some questions to find out more. Whatever your legal issue is, you'll get a free 30-minute consultation with an attorney in the specialty you need, and a 25% discount if you choose to retain that attorney services. These are vetted, reputable attorneys that have contracts with our EAP to provide discounted services for city employees. There are 3 general rules to all aspects of the EAP, but I bring it up in Legal Connect because it is most prevalent. You can call EAP for assistance for a number of issues we've talked about so far and more. But the reason for your call must be legal, ethical, and not geared against your employer. If you're calling to try to figure out how to sue the city, the EAP is not going to help you. You won't get help trying to embezzle or launder money either. Other than things like that, though, pretty much anything goes. Help with debt and consumer issues, civil and criminal matters, starting a business, estates, wills, etc., etc. After Legal Connect is Financial Connect, which works very similar to Healthy Guidance and Legal Connect. You can call anytime to get guidance from an expert on financial matters. You probably want some real-life examples. Pretend you're in the middle of doing your taxes online and aren't sure the best way to record expenses from your farm or the expenses from taking care of your elderly parents. You can call the EAP at 2 a.m. the day before tax day if you need to get those questions answered. EAP knows that finances can seriously add to your stress, so please use this service to help alleviate some of that burden in your life. Finally, we come to work-life solutions. EAP likes to pitch this as delegating your to-do list, and they mean it. Here are some of the things work-life specialists can research for you and provide qualified referrals and customized resources. If you're too busy with everything going on in your life to get some things done that really need to get done, let them help. Imagine you just moved here, you're new to Salt Lake City and need to find a reputable daycare close to your home for 2 kids. Call EAP, tell them what you're looking for, hours, locations, curriculum, etc., and let the EAP do the work. They handle similar requests for planning vacations and birthday parties. Turnaround for requests is usually around 48 hours. Something more detailed could take a little longer, but EAP is good about getting back to you on the status for your request if that's the case. The last EAP resource touches on everything I've covered so far: counseling, healthy guidance, Legal Connect, Financial Connect, and work-life solutions. Guidance Resources Online is your one-stop shop for expert information for anything you care about. You name it, you'll find it online at guidanceresources.com. There's a lot EAP offers because they know there's a lot you have to manage in life. I hope now you can define the EAP's role and benefits, explain the rules and how to access EAP counseling, list the 4 elements of the EAP beyond standard counseling services, and finally think of scenarios in your own life that call for the EAP's help. You'll get information to contact the EAP when you join us at orientation after you're hired. The city offers a lot of great benefits, but I'm glad to be the one to share EAP with you because of how much it can help alleviate the little things in your life. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you at orientation.